Halifax. They won the bidding war, and now it's open. Have you been? Oh yes, of course. As a happy couple. Let's go to IKEA. That sounded like a good idea. On the way? And you're still happy outside? We're going to IKEA to make ourselves all streamlined and modern. I wore a kilt. So I can keep track of my private parts, which I will lose as soon as we go through the sliding doors. Every IKEA kit is a marriage course. Did you know that? If your marriage is still together, by the time the bookshelf is, you've won. You beat IKEA. Congratulations to you. That Allen key. I'd like to stick that someplace tender. Oh. Trying to build with that. I think if you just gave me like a map to the woods and an axe, I could have a bookshelf in shorter time. With less trouble. These are the instructions. It's a Billy. Billy, don't lose my number. My goodness, there's an umlaut. I don't know why. And it illustrates all the ways you can go off course, way off the road, by this somewhat streamlined asexual character. If that happens to you while building the Billy, you've made a wrong turn, buddy. I seem to have cracked off my private parts on the corner of the Billy. You've lost at IKEA. You've lost. At that point, there are many specialized parts. They are all in separate baggies. Open the baggies carefully with an X-Acto knife and lay them out carefully. Do not lose any. They don't connect to other tools that you have. And if you lose them, you're up a fjord without a flagenflogen. This is the yarn. That's the disform. That's the durit. That's the git de glue. That's the orange dash. For the love of God, don't lose that. That holds the whole Billy together. Then there's the deborn dash de pork. And that's how you put it together. Put everything out and then just pretend you're an eyeless puppet whose hands aren't attached to you, and soon you'll have a bookshelf and you'll be glad you went to Halifax. I always certainly am. I suggest you go. Brave the dangers. Leave the island occasionally. Welcome to the second half of the show. I think we have everyone back now. In a good mood. That's what's important. If you've not picked up by this point, none of this means a great deal, so just enjoy yourselves. Let's look into the dictionary of 100% uncut Atlantic Canadian English. Very, very interesting. This is the chapter on social relations. Talking to new acquaintances in French. Bonjour, mes amis de Chiac. At the back. I learned French at St. Louis Elementary. So if you want to talk to me about the zoo animals, je suis prête. That was the first thing we learned. All the zoo animals. Le giraffe, le hippopotame, l'éléphant. And there's no zoo on PEI, so... Je suis pas chanceux, il n'y a pas de zoo. Sur ta lore! Pas d'éléphant. Anyway, we learned some things. And I later went on to work for Parc Canada with this level of French. And they told us at the outset, when you're relating to new acquaintances in French, it's different. First, when you meet them, call them vous. Don't just go for the first thing in the list that matches another person. Don't say tu if they're a stranger. L'étranger, pas de tu. Because it presumes that you're familiar with them. So that disco hit from the 1970s, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Like you barely know them. That puts a little extra feu into the fire there. That is nice. Then, after a few times with the vous, you can call them by their first name. They may have several, Jean-Luc, François, Pierre, Richard. Call them by all that, there's hyphens. Then, eventually, you get to call them too. You earn that. That's a right of privilege. You know them, and then eventually they're your friend. Mon ami, ma copine, whatever. Mon amour. Then there's PEI. That is complicated, but there's not as many steps. This is time progressing. First of all, you meet someone, and you say, "What's your name?" And you do not listen to that. Because you're looking at them and trying to figure out how much they make at their current job. Who'd you have to know to get that job anyways? So the name is not there. Dwayne, Darla, whatever. The problem is that was the first time, that was your chance. And you're gonna see them 75 times more. Soapies, rink, birthday party, and you have nothing. 8th time, 18th time, nothing. So then you just say, "How's it going, buddy?" Hundreds of times, and that's it. That's it. Like, there's people, "How's it going, buddy?" I'm like 20 years in. "How's it going, buddy?" Until I go to their wake and I go, "Oh, Dwayne. I should have had that somewhere. How's it going, buddy?" Not too well, but that's okay. Good to be here, shaking hands with the relatives. It is a bit of a complicated place.